Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to Daytime. What I love about this show is you just never know who you're going to meet. And today we're going to meet James Gregory, and he is a stone carver. Yes, you heard that right. James, thanks so much for joining me.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
And we have so many lovely items here, but I want to start. Are you from this area?
I am born and raised in Ottawa.
Born and raised in Ottawa. Fantastic. Where did the love of stone carving come from?
Well, I was like most kids. Every kid collects rocks, and I did too, and I had lots of rocks, but never knew what to do with them. Ended up getting a degree in geology at Carleton University, and during the summer seasons, I was posted up to the Arctic, and I saw Inuit stone carvers carving soapstone, and I thought, oh, that gave me an idea as to what I could do with stone. Never acted on it until I moved to Sedona many years later, Sedona, Arizona, and I discovered the red rocks of Sedona.
Oh.
They were just so tactile, if you feel that.
Yeah.
They're just meant to be touched. This is called the Sedona rubbing stone. And this started my desire to carve rocks. And when I moved back to Ottawa 5 years later, I was at a loss for the red rocks, but I thought, well, maybe there's rocks in the area that I can carve instead. And these are examples of the local rocks that I've been carving since then.
Amazing. And as I was doing a bit of research today, I noticed you have a Nepean sandstone. So I need to know what that one is.
Okay, so Nepean sandstone, if you've ever been on Highway 417 heading towards Canada, you'll notice that as you go up the hill towards Canada, there's some honey-colored rocks on either side of the road. That's the Nepean sandstone. And you'll see it in many buildings that are constructed in Ottawa. It's this beautiful honey-colored rock, very strong, very durable. It hardly weathers at all.
So tell me what you, I'm assuming it didn't come like this. This is
how it came. So the back end, that's the natural face. And I sometimes like to leave a natural face to see where the rock came from. But I work on it with, some stone carvers use chisels and hammers. I use angle grinders and polishing wheels.
I don't even know what that looks like.
Well, I can show you. I brought an angle grinder with me.
Oh, fantastic.
It spins at very high speeds.
Oh, it's right down there.
10,000 RPM. And I use diamonds. So this is a diamond cutting wheel, and it roughs out the rock.
Okay.
All right? And I try to work with the rock and sort of go with the shapes that it gives me. And the diamond cutting wheel helps me kind of achieve a rough form.
Oh,
then I move on to other wheels. Sorry for my so this is a smoothing wheel, also made of diamonds. You can see them sparkling there.
Yeah.
And then I get into the coarse polish and then the smooth polish, and so that's what gives it this nice smooth feeling here. And then I put like a wax finish on to finish it off.
Interesting. Well, that's wonderful. And so what else do we have? I mean, that is beautiful. The piece that's near you there, did you do that? Did you create a kind of a bowl look there?
This piece here?
Yes.
Sure. This is a rock called Eramosa marble. It's not immediately local. It's from southern Ontario in a place called Owen Sound. And if you've ever been to the NAC, all the floors at the NAC are made of Eramosa marble. I just love it because it's very strong and it's got such a beautiful texture to it. You see, it's got layers in it here. And so as you carve if you make a bowl and carve down through the layers, you get a really interesting effect. This is also Eramosa marble here.
Oh, I love that.
I did a kind of a different technique here.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
It's probably my favorite rock next to Sedona red rocks.
So where can somebody meet you if I get lucky enough to spend time with you today, but if someone else wanted to hang and learn more about your wares?
Sure. Well, I have a website, jamesgregory.ca. It's pretty easy to remember. Yeah. And I'm also going to be at the craft show coming up at the EY Center. It's called Signatures Originals.
Right.
And it's going to be April 13th to 16th at the EY Center. So I'd be happy to, anybody that's interested in rocks, I'd be happy to talk to them about rocks and show them more of my work as well.
That's fantastic. And the one that's beside you, what's that?
Very few people know that there's beautiful marble in the Ottawa area. It's Precambrian marble, so this rock is actually 1 billion years old. And you have to look for it, but any rock face that you see that's fairly light colored is usually some kind of marble.
Interesting. Interesting. And so tell me about the hole in the middle. Did you do that?
I did the hole just because it seemed it was kind of broad and it seemed to call for a hole just because I thought it made it more interesting.
Really interesting. And when somebody purchases a piece from you, walk me through. They walk up to you, let's say at the craft fair, and they see a piece. What's that interaction like?
Oh, I love it, especially kids, because kids are kind of afraid to touch things, and I'll hand them a rock and say, here, you feel, not something this big, but feel it. It's meant to be touched and looked at and examined, and this one's got pyrite in it, so everything has a story to it. Wow. This rock here is a fossiliferous limestone from Ottawa, so you can study it and look at the fossils.
Oh,
You know, kids get excited that these rocks have stories, and they'll ask me about their own rocks. And then if somebody sees something they like, then there's a price on the rock, and they take it home with them.
Wow, that's wonderful. That is fascinating. That's fascinating. So tell me what your friends and family say about what you do, James.
I've been doing it for a while now, so they're very supportive. My wife especially. My workshop is my driveway. I carve every day, rain and shine, winter and summer, and I think they admire my dedication and my passion to the work.
Absolutely, because and you know, when you think about creativity, I always align it with mental health. It's good for us.
It's good for us. And I think having a rock like a Sedona rubbing stone or a Nepean sandstone or Precambrian marble from the Ottawa area, it feels good. It's very grounding. You know, it's very solid. So I encourage people to consider having a James Gregory rock carving in their homes.
Oh, that sounds beautiful. That sounds lovely. I agree with you. I think everybody should. So walk me through a little bit. Your website, we're going to find some pieces there that we could buy?
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
JamesGregory.ca, pretty easy to remember. Or come and visit me at the craft show, the Originals craft show at the EY Center on April 13th to 16th. I love to talk about rocks, so I have the time then to tell stories and ask questions of the people that come to the booth.
Well, that's fantastic. Even in this short time, I've learned so much. I had no idea. So close, right here in the heart of Ottawa, and even upwards in the valley and those types of things.
Every stone building in Ottawa, most of the stone comes from Ottawa.
Amazing.
So, and every stone has a story.
Every stone has a story, and I loved your story today. Thank you so much. Of course, James Gregory joining us. He's a stone carver. How fascinating is that? I loved it. We have lots coming for you. We're going to talk about a coffee shop. We're going to talk about all sorts of things today on Daytime. Don't you worry, we're going to come back. We just need you to come back. I'm Sam LaPrade, filling in for Derek Fage.